To talk to you a little bit about the situation surrounding Damian Green. We know that he was forced into resignation. There are calls for, you of course used to be policing minister, and there are now calls for investigation into the two policemen involved in this, and maybe was it a vendetta against him. He said he's been overwhelmingly supported by Tory MPs. Are you one of those that supports him?
Well, I certainly spoke to Damian. I messaged Damian on the evening to say how sad I was to see him have to go. He's been a superb minister, a really talented minister, but he did lie. And actually, in terms of the ministerial code, we've got to be held to account for that. And I think him going was, in that sense, the right thing to do. As sad as it is to see a talented person go, it was the right thing to do. And
so
it's also
the
right,
lies,
I think,
not the pornography on the Commons computer.
Well, there's been an investigation, and what that found was that Damian's statements weren't all correct in his time as a minister. And that is a breach of the ministerial code. And there's a simple fact: if you breach a ministerial code, you can't continue to be a minister. But it is also, I think, right that the police have, I think they've referred the details behind what the police themselves, those retired police officers, have done to the Information Commission. We need to see how that investigation goes forward.
The Cabinet Secretary at the time, Sir Gus McDonnell, says that he had concerns about, this is all back in 2008, isn't it, when Damian Green was arrested, had concerns about that, and said in a way if he'd been asked he wouldn't have got the police involved, because when the police are involved, you lose control. It's a very uncomfortable feeling, isn't it, when you start to think of vendettas within police, potentially governments not trusting police. You were, Minister for Police. What are your thoughts? Well,
obviously, 2008 was before my time as in the department, so I wasn't around and involved in that at the time.
Well, you always felt in control of the police?
But I think, look, if the police are investigating, my experience of working with the police is they will go forward and investigate without fear, without favour, and we have to trust the police and allow the police to get on with doing their job.
Should they have been brought in hindsight?
Well, as I say, I'm not going to comment on what happened in roughly 10 years ago, but I do think the police have to do their investigations. What I think is right is that with the reference to the Information Commission is we get to the bottom of whether it's appropriate in the way that retired police officers have acted with data that they had for a different purpose and should have been in a confidential context.
So you were a police minister